everyone, so I wanted to give my reaction and thoughts on this episode. Eviction, HOH, it was jam-packed. To start with, Day's DR sessions are pure gold. I can't help laughing at what she says. She's just so funny. She should be a stand-up comedian. Her comment about the crab legs, take me out to eat first, about Kaysar, and that whole DR about David, you do you. I loved Bay defending Day in regards to the whole David situation. I don't know why it hurts even more watching it in this episode, seeing Nicole A turn on Janelle and Kaysar and seeing Janelle cry and Nicole A just that delusion. They gave her a really good edit. They didn't go into all the nasty stuff she said about Janelle and Kaysar, especially Janelle. So I'm glad, you know, for her sake, but yeah, she lucked out, and at the end, she realized what she did was wrong, and what she was thinking was wrong. Janelle and Kaysar always had her side. So I don't know, that seeing that regret and that guilt in her made me feel really, really bad for her as well. So today's Danny's birthday, and also her daughter, which I think is so cute. But Julie made this really awkward comment to Danny that she looked really beautiful last week, that she looked like Busy Phillips. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't see it. I don't know why she said this, and I don't know why she had to say you looked really pretty last week. So Nicole made a comment towards Memphis in her speech before everybody casted their vote to evict, and even if this was going on in another universe, Memphis definitely would not break the tie to save her after that speech. I mean, even before the speech, I don't think he was gonna do it. I mean, she already knew she was leaving, so might as well say what you want. I'm glad that she realized everything that she was saying and thinking about Janelle and Kaysar was wrong. I'm glad that she didn't come after them in that speech, because that just would have been ridiculous. Enzo's vote to evict David, that hinky vote, I'm sure he thought it was gonna stir something up and get people talking. But the only other person that voted to keep Nicole was Kevin. He stayed loyal to the end. Janelle and Kaysar, you know, they knew they didn't have the numbers, so there really was no point. There really isn't. I would understand. I know New School BB likes everybody to vote the same. I would understand if somebody I cared about voted the other way to save themselves. I would encourage them to do so. But at this point, I don't think anybody's really gonna care. I don't know what that's gonna do in the game. I don't know if people are really gonna question it. They could very well just think it was Kaysar or Janelle feeling bad and giving her a vote. I saw Janelle with her Chanel earrings, looking bomb, a true icon. So Ian voted out Nicole A with his little dino puppet. He said he was sorry, but he had to vote her, but his face just looked so cold from the beginning. I know he was saying to David that he would keep him. I think he was always gonna do that unless something somehow happened, but he's always very strategic in how he does things. Definitely not emotional, which is even more mind-boggling to me that he works so well with Nicole Franzel, because she is very emotional and all over the place. The whole COVID protocols and just covering their butt constantly. Julie tells Nicole A to put her mask on and sit in the chair 10 feet away from her. Just the fact that they have to say this is just funny, but it's surreal, really. I don't know necessarily why she has to wear a mask if they're 10 feet away. I don't know. It's hard to watch it. It takes you out of, this game that we love so much. Before Nicole left, she hugged everyone, even Memphis, and Memphis just looked like he just didn't care. He was just like, okay, if I have to. The pictures they had of her on the giant screen were awful. If I were her, I'd be upset. I don't know why they chose those pictures. They couldn't possibly find any better. That's like for Keisha's, they put one of her on the banana. Definitely not a buyback. I guess we already realized this with Keisha when Julie didn't say anything about it, but Julie was kind of cryptic. she didn't really give Keisha that much, I guess, because it was that first week. But to Nicole A, she revealed that 6-people alliance with the little pictures. It was just so savage. I was like, oh gosh. Nicole A didn't look surprised. I think it's pretty obvious. So awkward when Julie mentions that she wished she could give her a hug, but with everything going on, she can't. It's just like the little silent moment. So for the HOH competition, they actually had time to practice beforehand. I heard it was going to be one of these comps. So the order was revealed. Random draw, Cody went first. I think the first person is always kind of at a disadvantage, even though I think it's a little different, I guess, when you're able to rehearse and practice this game beforehand. But in the thrill of it, I do think it's tricky and you don't really know what score you have to be. You just gotta do your best. And Cody he did not do well at all. David almost forgot to lock in. I honestly thought Christmas would have done better since she's been so good at comps lately, but I'm sure it's really nerve-wracking having to do that and run back and forth. I thought more people would have been better at it since they were able to practice it, but like I said, in the thrill of it, things happen. I was so proud of Ian. He killed it, knocked Enzo off, and I was terrified after that, hoping that his score would only be beat by Janelle or Kaser. I'm a clown, I know. So Danny has been throwing a lot, and I was wondering if she threw this one. Probably. I think she would have went for it if she wanted it. I don't think she wants that power yet. She's just gonna ride on through. Tyler beat out Ian, did it effortlessly, and yeah, I was just so scared. I'm like, oh my god, can Janelle or Kaser beat this? They actually messed up his score at first, gave him an 11 instead of 12, but they fixed that. Janelle actually got an 11, and when she got that 11, I was like, no, it's just so close yet so far. Tyler is a bit of a wild card. I'm not sure exactly what he'll do, but there's only so many people in the house, and I'm not entirely sure what he would do. Maybe he could target Memphis. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just go for Janelle and Kaser. Maybe he'll target Ian. It's just, I have no clue. But if I was Janelle, Kaser, Ian, I'd be worried. I know Ian had that talk with him. Kaser, you know, I wasn't sure if he could pull it off, but, you know, he did it, obviously. He was yeeting it. It was going so hard. That first one, when it fell off, I was like, it's done. There's no point. And I'm sure he felt the same way after that too. Again, Julie ends the episode referencing kindness, and we are such clowns because last time we thought it was a clue and it wasn't. So I guess we'll see how this week plays out. There's still another safety suite competition. I'm hoping Tyler takes a shot at his own alliance. Please. I mean, I don't want another week like last week or the week before that. Also, Nicole F, I guess you could just say, Nicole got what she wanted. She got to pick Janelle as her have-not replacement, and she apparently said something to Janelle, and then Janelle said something back, and then of course Nicole was complaining and upset, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what she thought was gonna happen. So I wanted to end today's video with some updates from the live feeds. There's a lot of hostility between Janelle and Nicole. I wish that we were able to see all of that. Hopefully they show it in the episode. I'm sure they will. I think Nicole thought that she could say whatever she wanted without Janelle reacting. But Janelle is very aware that her reacting and her making Nicole the victim is what she wants. Janelle obviously knows that. This week is going to be such a disappointment. Whatever hope I held out for Tyler, whatever hope I had that he would be a wild card, that he would somehow turn on his own alliance right now in the game, is lost. I know I didn't have much of it to begin with, but he is saying that he's going to target Janelle and Kaser like everybody wants. He's going to do the easy choice. I've seen all the tweets talking about him cheating, that it was still moving when he clicked the buzzer, but then again, so was Janelle's. I think most people really wanted Janelle or Kaysar or maybe Ian to pull this off. I think Janelle and Kaysar not winning this HOH just further pushed Ian to the other side, because Janelle and Kaysar are a sinking ship. Nobody wants to work with them. I don't know why. It's mind-boggling still. Ian was talking to Danny saying that Janelle thinks that he'll work with her, but he's not, that everything she touches turns to poop. Ian, what are you doing? This just hurts my heart. I'm, again, a clown. I know he's trying to stay in the game, but he's obviously low on the list on that side after Janelle and Kaysar are gone, or maybe even after just one of them is gone and they break up the duel, they'll get rid of him. He's a duo with Nicole. Ian was trying to form a solid alliance between him, Danny, Cody, and Nicole, and it's just, you know, a little too late, buddy. I don't know. Yeah, trying to form this now when they already have their core group, and then saying that they'd pull in Tyler for the 6th. It's just too little too late. So that's all I have for you. Yeah, none of the people, Janelle and Kaysar, can't play in the safety suite, so they're both gonna be put on the block and one of them will go home. One of them could win the veto and they put somebody else on the block. But yeah, I'm trying to be positive about it, but I also don't want to be a clown. So that's all I have. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. More BB content on the way.